Another strange story that happened this week. And again, I don't know what the fuck this story is all about. The 3 guys that froze to death after, what were they, KC fans? Kansas City fans? And they were having a watch party. They were all over the house. You know, guys will do this. The house was rented by one of the guys, not one of the dead guys. There were a total of 5 or 6 guys over the house. 5 guys. One of them was the guy that rented the house. It was very cold out. Another guy was there, and he said he went home about midnight, and all of the guys were fine. The guy that owns or rents the place, he went to sleep with noise-canceling headphones on, so he couldn't hear anything. When people started calling the next morning because they couldn't locate the 3 guys, it turns out somehow the 3 guys ended up outside, frozen to death. All 3 of them. I could see one guy doing this. Partying, you're drunk, go outside. I hear freezing to death is one of the best ways to go, by the way. You get this euphoric feeling. All of a sudden, you're warm. A lot of people that freeze to death wind up taking their clothes off because during those last moments, you feel an incredible warmth come over your body. And then you go to sleep in this amazingly euphoric state. So not the worst way to go, but I would assume that different people have different rates at which they fall asleep and die from freezing to death. And the odds of 3 people completely freezing to death to the point where one doesn't notice the other one passing out or shivering at first is odd when there's shelter right there. It's not like they were lost in the woods either. So this story just doesn't make any fucking sense. And some of the family members of some of the people that died are starting to wonder about the other 2 guys and what were they doing and why wasn't the phone answered. This guy said, I didn't answer the phone. He had a bunch of messages on his phone. Hey, I can't get in touch with this guy. I can't get. And the dead guys, you know, obviously had messages on their phones. And the guy said, no, I was passed out, asleep with noise canceling headphones on, and he did not hear anything. The other guy says, are there pictures? Yeah, we have some. Oh, that's one of the guys. That's a shame. Yeah, that looks cold. It's very cold.
He looks like he was going through a very euphoric state right before he died.
Yes, very euphoric. Yeah, maybe not Jack Torrance. Jack doesn't look very euphoric there. He doesn't look very happy.
But
yeah, so I don't know.
He fell asleep for 2 days.
Yes, that was another part of the story that was just completely unbelievable. He was sleeping for 2 days with noise-canceling headphones on.
And the loud fan next to him.
So it just turned out like relatives are pissed. They want to know the real story. So there aren't any updates to this one yet, are there? I looked today. I really didn't find any updates to this story, but holy moly. That's fucked up.
A story that made national headlines. 2 men are facing charges in the deaths of 3 Kansas City Chiefs fans found frozen in their friend's backyard. Kansas City, Missouri police say the victim's friend and homeowner, Jordan Willis, and a second person, Ivory Carson, are charged with involuntary manslaughter and delivery of a controlled substance. Court records indicate Carson sold the victims cocaine, and his DNA was found on a bag of fentanyl. The victims were found dead on Willis's property back in January of 2024, 2 days after they gathered to watch a Chiefs game. Once again, the case making national headlines when the men's missing family members questioned how Willis didn't see their bodies in their backyard.
Big update here. Some new DNA findings in the murders of those 4 University of Idaho students. The attorneys now for...
The most interesting thing to happen in football, besides, Taylor Swift, are real football fan, because I can't consider myself a real football fan, and I've had so much going on this year so far, the end of last year and beginning of this year, that I could not even give a flying fuck about football. The only thing I've heard is like Taylor Swift. That's the big story in football. Who do we got? Who's left in football? What teams are left?
The Chiefs and the 49ers.
That's who's going to the Super Bowl.
That's it.
The Chiefs and the 49ers. Are people speculating that the Chiefs, like they cheated or they were choreographed into the Super Bowl because the Taylor Swift thing will bring so many fucking fans?
That's people like Gino, yeah.
People like Gino. Okay, so asshole is what you're saying. Stop, Gino. You know I love you. Stop it. Jesus, Gino, don't get so mad. Okay, so but I would assume other people are speculating that because we've seen when we bet on football, we've seen they pull those shenanigans where they don't make the spread or it's 1 point and you have 2 and it just seems too like that happens way too often for a sport that is supposed to have some form of randomness in it. So yeah, I think they realized what an asset to viewership Taylor Swift is in the stands, supporting her boyfriend. And they go to shots of Taylor Swift and all these Taylor Swift fans who would never fucking watch a second of football are now part of the audience, which is counted, and revenue goes up because you could charge more for commercials because now your ratings are up. It's all it's about. So I can't imagine them not saying we need to get Kansas City into the Super Bowl this year because we will have the most watched Super Bowl ever because all these tweens and fruits that like Taylor Swift will watch. So, how did they not get her to do the halftime show?
She has a show in Tokyo the night before the Super Bowl.
Uh-oh. Is she going to be flying back?
Yeah, but we don't know. But it's like, just say it ends 11 p.m. in Tokyo. That's really like 9 a.m. on Saturday in Vegas.
Yeah.
So she would be able to fly back in time.
Right.
But then
She's young.
has a show in Australia on like the Tuesday after the Super Bowl or something like that. Yeah.
Poor kid. Oh my God. I can only imagine what it's like flying from Japan and then flying all the way to Australia and coach like that with those long legs she has all curled up behind someone's a screaming baby seat that's all pushed all the way back. Oh,
how does she keep her bag under 50 pounds going on tour?
Right. All the costumes she wears on stage, she must have to pay so much money for the extra baggage. Yeah, just can't help but feel bad for poor Taylor Swift going to the Super Bowl. You think she's got good tickets? You think if she could get tickets, she's probably got a scalp out front. Imagine seeing Taylor Swift trying to scalp Super Bowl tickets. That'd be fantastic. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll probably bet on it just because I have to bet on things. But who does Gino have? Who did he pick?
He hasn't picked yet, because it's not even next week. It's the week after.
Yeah. They get a lot of hype time is what it is, where they go to Vegas. Now, Vegas is a very, kind of party atmosphere. It's not like when they have the Super Bowl in these places where they have to kind of make the place a party city for the week of the Super Bowl. This must be insane.
Insane.
Have a fucking a Super Bowl in Vegas. People are going to be fogged up.
Gino did already predict that the Chargers will win next year's Super Bowl, though.
Oh, what a douche.
I know. That's what I told him.
It's just not going to happen. And why fucking, I'm going to say the Jets. The Jets are going to fucking be in the Super Bowl. So where do they play? They play in that big fucking dome there?
I think it's a dome, or it's like a retractable dome or something.
I mean, in Vegas, really?
Yeah, it's a weird stadium. It's like half of it's underground,
Oh,
so it doesn't stick up that high from the scenery. But I think,
I thought they played in the big globe thing that has the pictures on the outside.
In the sphere.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
They don't play in there. That would be awesome. Well, they don't have to worry about weather, really. It's just hot as fuck. But one of the worst Super Bowls ever was when they decided to do it at Meadowlands.
Yep.
And they didn't have the fucking roof. And that's the place, huh? Look at fucking Vegas, man.
Yeah.
It's just an amazing looking city from the air. It just doesn't look like anywhere else in the world. It's fucking crazy. But going there, I could not imagine them telling you, yeah, you're covering the Super Bowl for this week. Here are your tickets to Vegas. Here's your per diem. And here's it's a death sentence. It's a fucking death sentence. Because it's, wow. Yeah. Where does Vegas get all this money to build? Oh. See, people? You got a system, do you? You're going to bust the casino? You know how to play roulette, do you? You're going to take home a shitload of money, are you? Look what Vegas can build. And they don't have to take out municipal or to sell municipal bonds and do all this nonsense. They're that guy that walks up and goes, yeah, I'll take it. Cash. That's Vegas for you. Keep going. Keep supporting them. I do. I'm just as guilty. I'm not preaching here. I understand it. But let's be real. They're building fucking insane stadiums. That's just how it works. Well, good. I guess I'll go with... is Joe Montana still playing for San Francisco?
No, they moved on to Steve Young.
Steve Young. Oh, okay. Steve Young. He's that new kid.
Right now, it's the Chiefs plus 1.5.
The Chiefs plus 1.5. Okay, so it's pretty even.
Yeah.
What do we have any new? Is anyone on the 49ers going out with a pop star?
Not that I know of.
No. Okay, then I got to go with Kansas City. They said Taylor Swift could influence the presidential election. I can only imagine it's easy for her to influence the Super Bowl if she could literally influence a presidential election. So I have to go with KC based on the Taylor Swift angle. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm taking Kansas City. It's official. Just because of Taylor Swift.
This is the power couple from San Francisco.
Oh my God, they look like the homecoming king and queen. He's not really on a football team, is he?
He's the quarterback.
Oh my God. Why do they all kind of look like Joe Montana and Joe Theismann and like the young white, not really big guy? All right. Well, good for him. And what does she do? Cheerleader?
I guess, I'm not sure.
Yeah. They look like a regular American couple.
Yeah.
So good for them. Good for them. It's not quite, I'm sure they don't get the paparazzi attention that Taylor and what's his name? What's her boyfriend's name?
Brock Purdy.
Brock. Taylor and Brock. Have they come up with the cute names?
Taylor is Travis Kelce.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Travis.
Yeah,
Travis
no,
Kelce.
they haven't come up with a combo name yet. Not that I've heard of.
Like Antolini, when I was going out with Jill Nicolini, and it was dubbed Antolini. Yeah. And what was the other one? There was the one with J-Lo and...
Benifer.
Benifer. Yeah, I like your sigh before that. Benifer. Because if you didn't do that, we might speculate you knew that because you're a faggot.
Speculate.
Speculate? What? I knew Slick Rick. Pulled his pants down. Left his back door open. Yeah, they haven't. I'm so surprised they haven't come up with a Taylor. What's his name again?
Travis Kelce.
Elsie? Swifty? Kelsifty? I don't know. Yeah, there's no real good connection there. I don't know what the rule is there. Does it have to be a vowel and it's got to be together or something with a syllable? Or, I don't know.
I'm seeing here trailer.
That's perfect. Trailer. All right.
Or Swelsey.
What?
Swelsey.
Swelthy.
Swelsey, yeah. Trailer, Tavis, and Swelsey.
My thought was the best was Travift.
Travis.
Travift.
Yeah. Do you think like that has got to be like when they're fucking, you got to think they're just thinking, God, if there was a camera in here, everyone would want to see it. Like how much money? You think when they're in hotels, they check every fucking place? She probably has a team, and not even when she's with him. Like anywhere she goes, she has a team of people that sweeps it like the mob would sweep a place before they have a meeting. Just with the fucking detectors and everything to just make sure. Not like that fucking flight attendant that duct taped his phone to the back of the toilet with the fucking flashlight on. I mean, oh, you get a nude of Taylor Swift? Oh, a real one, not one of the memes. For some reason, those aren't good enough. Or a Photoshop. Why is that? How come you could see nude Taylor Swift all day long on fakes, AI or Photoshops? But yeah, to get that real nude picture of her would be much better.